Hey, Miles Beckler here, milesbeckler.com. In this video, we are going to uncover what the electronic income reducer is, and you're going to learn how you can free up 2 to 6 months worth of time to work on your internet-based business to grow your business online. So first and foremost, what is the electronic income reducer? It is the television. And I've got two astounding statistics for you. And both of these come from Nielsen, which is the rating company who's been rating television usage and audience numbers for decades now. They are the industry standard. First statistic, 96% of households in America have a television. That is an astounding number, especially when you consider that the television has only been around for something like 80 years. Number two, the average American, and I know you're not average, so I'm not saying this is exactly you, but the average American spends over 5 hours per day watching television, and most of that is still live TV. That is an absolutely astounding number. I wonder even if most Americans get 5+ hours of sleep, right? But television, it's there. So again, I'm not accusing you of this, and I know that you're probably going to be below average in some way, shape, or form, but here's the trick, right? Obviously, the trick is to turn off the electronic income reducer. Now, I'm no patron saint. I do watch a little bit of Netflix here and there, but we live in a day and age when the idea of binge watching is socially acceptable, right? People will go back to the office after a weekend and they're like, wow, what'd you do this weekend? Oh, I binge watched Dexter, and I watched 3 seasons of Dexter in one weekend. You know, a few years ago, when you say that to someone, there'd be an intervention happening at your house and be like, whoa there, buddy, we gotta look at this. This is not normal. But in this day and age, not only is that accepted, it's actually kind of promoted right now by Netflix and by these on-demand systems because they're trying to gain viewer share. They want more hours of their content watched. So their goal is to get you to shift from the television to the television just on Netflix, right? Because we all got apps on Netflix or onto your laptop, right? But here's the thing, right? That television is not giving you anything for the long-term benefit of your life and of your business. So here's the trick, right? Let's talk about the easiest way for you to get 9 weeks, 9 40-hour weeks to put towards your business in the next year. Want to know the trick? It's simple. 1 hour per day. If you take 1 hour per day that you've been watching television, and even if you're not even close to that 5-hour number, and you're like, oh, Miles, that's not me. I'm not an average American. Right, I bet you watch more than 1 hour a day on average of television or Netflix or just random entertaining Goop that's coming from the electronic income reducer. Yes, I did say Goop. That is true. That just happened. But you take 1 hour a day, multiply that by 365 days. In the course of 1 year, that's 365 hours. You break that down into 40-hour weeks. That's 9 40-hour weeks. That's huge. If I was to tell you right now that I was going to pay for your next 9 weeks, I'd pay your salary, and all you have to do is work full-time, 40 hours a week on your business for 9 weeks. How much ground do you think you would gain in that 9-week period of time? You know what? There's a really good chance you would be making significant part-time money and potentially scratching the surface of full-time money just in that 9-week period if you're really smart about your activities. And I've tried to cover all of the tactics and the things you need to do: create the funnel, create the audience, create the email list, how to run traffic, how to advertise on Facebook. The videos are here for free. So it's not like there's some cost that it's going to cost you money to do this. The cost is going to be removing that time from the brain bubblegum of just sitting there watching Netflix or TV or entertainment and shifting that into taking action and building it towards your business. So let's go really big here with this idea, right? What if you were able to do 2 hours per day for Monday through Friday, and then on Saturday and Sunday you spent 4 hours per day? Do you know how much time that would give you at 40-hour weeks at the end of the year? Almost 6 months. It's almost the equivalent of a part-time job. That is absolutely crazy. It totals up to 18 hours per week. And you got to remember that there's people out in this world right now who they have no choice. They're working 2 and 3 jobs right now just to make ends meet. So if you're just working a 40-hour week and then you get home and you turn on the electronic income reducer, you are not trying. You are literally just along the ride for mediocrity. And if you're cool with mediocrity, I have no clue how you found my videos, because that's unacceptable for me, and honestly that's unacceptable for this audience, and it should be unacceptable to yourself. Here's the thing though, it's very easy to slip into that pattern, and the television and media, oh man, it is psychological warfare against you. It is designed to suck you in. The writers of these shows, they open loops at the end and they drop these huge cliffhangers that make you think like, I gotta watch one more episode. I have to know what happens next. And now that we have this on-demand system within our world, we can do that. You don't even have to click a button on Netflix. Like, it just automatically, after 15 seconds, starts playing the next episode. So we are able to literally just veg out, and it will keep streaming content to us, and boom, there goes a day. So if you spend 2 hours per day, Monday to Friday, 4 hours per day on Saturday and Sunday, you literally will have 6 months of full-time work working on your business. And I guarantee you that if you grind it out for 6 months and you're meticulous about tracking your efforts, about pushing yourself and being willing to fail forward in all of the things we discuss on this channel, you will have a growing business that will be exciting. If you don't, guess what? Nothing. You'll just be sitting there watching the electronic income reducer. And that's okay. That is a choice, and I'm gonna let you make that choice for yourself, and whichever choice you make is fine with you. I've made my choice. You see, my wife and I, when we really got committed about building our business online, and you gotta know, that came from a very, very low place. I went all in on my business back in 2007, 2008-ish, all in on that business. It totally failed on me. I went down to $0. I even had sold my vehicle to get the money to put it in the business because I was so convinced it was gonna work that time. Ended up having to move back in at my parents' house with my wife. I was about 30, wife's 28, and we're living with the parents. All bad. And that was the motivation I needed to step up and dig deep. So what do? We worked our asses off. When we finally got enough cash flow coming in to get our own place, we did not get a TV. And we spent, so there was 2 of us, right? We spent 3 hours per night minimum each working on our business, which equated to 6 hours per day for Team Beckler, if you will. And then on the weekends, we did nothing but work on our business. We worked at least 8 hours a day on Saturdays and Sundays. We took a little bit of time to go out and go hiking to clear our heads a bit, but we were so motivated and we were so fired up, and we did not have an income reducer in our flat at the time that we were living in. We poured all of that time and life energy into growing our business. And I ran the numbers on this, and I gotta share this because it's absolutely absurd. So we were working traditional 40-hour-a-week jobs at that time. And then we were getting home and we were spending 3 hours a week each, or 3 hours a night each, plus full-time on the weekends to grow this business. In 1 year's time, it's no wonder how much progress we made in our business. I calculated it. We got the equivalent of 10 months of 40-hour weeks each. Right? So in one 12-hour period, Team Beckler got an extra 20 months at 40 hours a week towards our business. That foundation we built, and trust me, all that time for that first year was spent trial and error. Like I was breaking things more than I was doing the right things. I was trying to install WordPress and I got it wrong. I was trying to install a new theme and I got that all messed up. I literally was breaking things, fixing them, breaking things, fixing them, taking the longest path possible to achieving anything resembling success. But within that year's time, guess what had happened? We were making consistent income. Our email list was growing consistently. Our foundation was laid, and we've been able to build upon that foundation year after year after year. And at this point, it's damn exciting what we've created, and you can create this too. I'm not trying to tell you this like, oh, look how much work we did to impress you by any means. I'm trying to impress upon you, if you want this bad enough, the time is there. You have the time. You just need to replace. You need to replace something you're already doing, and the odds are you could replace 1 to 2 hours per day on average of TV time or Netflix time or on-demand DVR time, whatever you want to call it. No rationalizing here. We're being serious. Replace that time with working on your business, and I guarantee you, you will see growth, you'll see progress, you'll see momentum, and that is so exciting because that's the path to quitting your job. That's the path to true financial freedom. That's the path to no debt, an emergency fund, time for your family, the ability to travel when and where you want, and FU money. And if you don't know what FU money is, check out that last video because I dropped a bomb on that one, and FU money is the goal that I'm striving towards. So all in all, it boils down to one thing, and that's priorities. What are your priorities? And I don't care, to be perfectly honest with you. Right now, it's just me and my cell phone camera just having a little moment. But I know you're right there listening, and I'm trying to be really serious with you. If your priorities put TV above building your business, that's okay. I don't mind. That's okay. But if you want to grow this, you have to reprioritize what's going on in your life. Number one, you got to take care of your 40-hour work week, got to pay for basic life. You can't be a burden on anybody else. But then number two, when you get home from work that day, that's when the real work starts. That's when you dig in and you put in 1, 2, 3, 4 hours a night on your business. And guess what? Be able to fire your boss before you know it. You'll be able to walk out of the office. I dare you to do a heel click on the way out of your office. My wife did it. I told her she had to when she quit her last job. She did a heel click on the way out and never looked back. And we've been grinding harder and more excited than ever. And this business just continues to snowball. We're putting in about the same efforts I've added on these videos, and our income and everything about this lifestyle continues to snowball. And I'm still in my mid-30s. I don't know where this is going, and it's damn exciting. I invite you to join me on this path. Please start taking action. If you're already taking action, let this motivate you. Take more action, because massive action, with a caveat, like the most effective action we can, let's make strategic massive action. And I've laid out all the strategy here for you. So if you haven't watched all the videos and that's where you need to start there. Get a notebook, start taking notes. If you've already watched it, turn off this video right now. Literally turn it off and get to work. Go build your funnel, go run your next ad, take that next most logical step, because that is how you achieve true financial independence, true location independence, by building it yourself. And it takes work and it takes time, so let's dig in. Let's replace those TV hours with some work on our business hours, and you'll be amazed at how much you can get done in the next few months, in the next year, and you'll be joining me soon. I hope. I can't wait to get these messages. I can't wait to get your comment that says, Miles, I did it, man. I listened to your advice. I got there. I fired my boss. Like, I'm doing it full time. This is real. I got an emergency fund set up. Like, I'm paying my taxes. I'm doing all my adult things. I can't wait to welcome you to that club. I'm done for this. Let me get off the soapbox, man. I just had a total run on it. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. If you got any questions, comments, that's the comment section. I'm happy to wrap with you in the comments. Give me a thumbs up here in YouTube. I do appreciate you watching to the end, and subscribe on YouTube here so I can get you the next video once it comes available, so it just pops up in your feed. Thanks again for your time. I'm Miles Beckler, and I will see you on the next video.